Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. My name is Darian Roby.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Darian Roby. This is the start of my YouTube channel.
Hey everyone, my name is Darian Roby. I'm a 22-year-old opera singer slash music producer slash audio engineer slash singer-songwriter who is currently in their senior year of undergraduate studying vocal performance, going after a Bachelor of Music at JMU. And this is a little bit more about me and basically my musical journey over these past 2 decades. I made this as a thank you video for everyone who donated to my Austria Aims Fund. It is thanks to y'all that I will be able to go, and I seriously cannot thank you guys enough. So I thought I'd give y'all a little gift instead. Enjoy. Also, if you see yourself in this video, nah, you didn't. So funny story, I never actually wanted to sing classical repertoire, but I definitely wanted to be a singer or musician when I got older, and I owe that to my parents, and specifically the man in the back of this photo right here. My father was the first to introduce me to music and was also the reason for me inheriting the gift in the first place. He was a singer himself and still is, and just like me, it attracted a decent bit of attention. Eventually, it gained the attention of my mom, and then I came shortly after, and according to her, I was humming my first notes long before I ever said my first words, so I thought that was kind of interesting. When I was able to start forming words, my dad put me in a church choir, where my first interaction with actual music occurred, and I don't have any videos or pictures of that, unfortunately, but I was around like 6 or 7 years old, I think. Yeah, so from there my love for music only grew, and with it this newfound creative energy. I still knew I wanted to be a singer, like I said, but now I wanted to create art in any form possible, any and all forms possible. So in elementary and middle school I began my search for these different creative outlets. Funny enough, it led me to band first. I picked up the clarinet as my very first instrument. Well, violin as the very first, but we don't talk about that. Anyway, clarinet was the first instrument that I had played, and then I switched over to alto saxophone. And I studied that for 4 years in middle school, and then I decided to keep it going into high school for a total of 8 years of study. And also in middle school, I had done some acting, like very, minor stuff, and also I was still singing as well. But so yeah, then high school came along, and really high school provided some of the most fond memories that I'll keep with me throughout my life. I made a lot of great friends and great memories, and it wasn't just the wait, what is that? Wait, please, bro. No. Please, dude. No, everyone was cringe in high school. You can't do this to me. It was 5 years ago. No, please.
Today, guys, we just got a fucking strike. Cut it.
Look at Yo, what are you guys doing? Weird.
Anyways, I was doing pretty much everything related to music in high school because I loved it so much, and like I said before, I wanted to be involved in as many creative outlets as I could. Band and choir I had carried over from middle school, but high school had introduced me to musical theater and music production, which I had done for the 4 years that I was in high school. And I'll touch on music production a little later, probably like a part 2 or something. We'll see. High school is when I really felt that the most amount of doors were opening up for me creatively, which was awesome. I was able to be a part of a number of amazing groups and productions, and it also allowed me to travel to a lot of cool places and keep expanding my musical knowledge. There was district choirs and all-state choirs, and there was also the governor's school for the arts, a bunch of marching band events all over the state. It was a good time. But like all good things, it came to an end, and college was fast approaching. Initially, I had planned to continue higher education with a degree in neurology and hopefully reach a point of independent research that focused on the external factors that could influence our nervous systems, like vibrations and sound. But my voice teacher came along and was like, nah, keep singing, brah. It was actually my participation in one of my high school's music theater productions that led me to her. Mrs. Joan Gerandis, my first private voice teacher. She had seen me performing as Conrad Birdie in Bye Bye Birdie, and a few days later, my mom and her got into contact with each other, exchanged information, and she asked if I was taking lessons with anyone currently, and my mom was like, no, and yeah, then she suggested that I start with her, and yeah. And just as a little timestamp, this was end of junior year of high school, so senior year is when I really started taking lessons with her and taking it serious. And so it's only really been like 5 years since I've started taking singing seriously at a professional level, but I love it so far. It's awesome. So anyway, Miss Gerandis was the first to introduce me to opera, and she took me to my first real opera at the Kennedy Center. Keep in mind, before this, I didn't even know that, you could pursue this. I thought you had to be like from Italy or like somewhere across seas to really, really pursue that on that level. But no, she was like, no, if you keep singing, keep taking lessons, eventually that can be you on stage. So I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. But yeah, she took me to the Kennedy Center, and she helped me get into the Washington National Opera Young Associates program, which was hosted by the Kennedy Center. And that was my first real introduction to like the professional world of opera singing from the singer's perspective. So in that program, we got to take a look at a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. We had a talk with some of the opera singers there, and we got to see them practice. And so, yeah, it was a lot, but I was enjoying every second of it, and I was getting more excited about, possibly becoming an opera singer now. So yeah, I continued studying with her for another 2 years, and then college auditions were a thing. So we began preparing for that because now I was fully in agreement that I wanted to pursue a degree in voice and singing. So she helped me out with that. So I dropped band, sadly, after 8 years of learning the alto saxophone and playing it and stuff. But I still have it. I bought the instrument, so I've still got it. I haven't played it in a while, but it's still there. And the knowledge is still there. That never goes away. So college auditions were a thing. They were a time. And I say it like that because COVID was also a thing at this time. and that wasn't fun for anyone.
Hello, my name is Darian Roby, and I will sing. What the fuck?
You came with gang, you be on that lame shit. I like having fun.
Hold up!
And a lot of the auditions that I did participate in had to be in video format, so I couldn't actually meet face to face with my possible, next voice teacher for the next four years and beyond that. But eventually I found JMU and they accepted me, and I found my voice teacher, Kevin McMillan, who I've been studying with for the past 4 years, and it's been going great. JMU was able to give me a full ride as well to study there, so I said yes. Freshman year happened, and it sucked because, again, COVID was a thing. I didn't even go on campus. I was just at home the whole time. All my classes were online, including voice lessons. So for all my music majors that had to endure that year, I feel for you, because that was not fun. But we got through it and we got over it, and sophomore year was much better because we were on campus. And not too far into sophomore year, I eventually get a call from my voice teacher asking, hey, do you want to do the lead role for this major opera production we're putting on this year, when you've only been studying voice really at this level for like 2 years? And I was like, okay, I guess. And so a little trial by fire ensued, and Don Giovanni happened. And the process was hectic, to say the least. I mean, it was my first ever opera production, my first lead role in that, and my first time really on campus and trying to adjust, being away from home and things like that. But I loved every second of it, and I learned so much. I loved the people, and it was great. It was a fun time. And since then, I've been participating in every annual opera that JMU puts on or the Opera Guild puts on ever since, and it's been amazing. And now comes senior year, skip a little ahead, this year, and I get another call from my voice teacher telling me, hey, you should audition for Ames. And so I auditioned for Ames, sang 2 pieces for them, and I get an email a couple of weeks later saying, hey, you made it, but now you've got to raise all this money. but I made it. So that was a really cool part. And the process to get to this point hasn't always been easy. There's been bumps along the road, as with anything that you pursue in life. But COVID, classes, learning foreign languages, music theory, repertoire, memorization, learning piano, and grades, and dealing with emotions and loneliness on top of all that. I mean, it was a lot, but I stuck with it. And the thing about music is that for those who really love it, I feel like it endures through all, and that love can take you through anything and get through any hardship. So I'm thankful I stuck with it, and I'm even more thankful that all of y'all have supported me along the way. And now, I mean, it's insane. I never thought that I would be able to go to a different country and go across seas because of music, but here we are, and now I have the opportunity to travel the world thanks to it, and thanks to all of y'all. So hope you enjoyed this little video. I'll probably come up with a part 2, because on top of doing all this opera and classical repertoire training in college, I've been doing a little something on the side with independent music and music production. So I think I'm gonna drop a little part 2 journey recap to go over all of that too, because that was a little separate thing that I had going on. But yeah, Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in Austria. Yeah.